Hi all, my name is Priya, and before we get into our topic, I would like to ask you all, do you all interested in arts? Well, personally, to be honest, I really don't like or interested in arts because for me it seems very complicated to understand the message from the art. But this one particular art really attracts me when I do researches to do this assignment, which is Nighthawks by Edward Hopper. Now, let me share what I learned about this art. Our slide contains 7 parts. This is the famous art by Mr. Edward Hopper. This code, well, it's not actually about this art, but it's one of Mr. Edward's code, which is great art is the outward expression of an inner life of the artist, and this inner life will result in his personal vision of the world by Edward Hopper. And these are our team members. Let's see about the history of this art. This Nighthawks art painted in 1942 by Mr. Edward Hopper, which became an iconic picture of American art. It portrays a late night dinner scenario and emphasizing urban silence and reflection. And this art is famous for its evocative mood, creative use of lighting, and long lasting cultural impact. And this original painting of this art is in the collection of the Art Institute of Chicago.
Hi, I'm Vinodini. Today I want to explain about art background of the painting Nighthawks by Edward Hopper. Nighthawks by Edward Hopper was completed in 1942 during World War II. It depicts a late night New York City dinner highlighting urban loneliness and reflection. The painting was influenced by Noah and went to concern of solitude and human interaction. Hopper's realist approach and attention to detail capture of the picture's tone and atmosphere. Hopper's obsession with the psychological impact of urban living and the universal emotion of loneliness within a bustling city appears in the painting.
Hi everyone, I'm Yamini. Today I'm going to talk about the relevancy of the art today. Edward Hopper's 1942 masterpiece Nighthawks still relevant today. The portrayal of urban loneliness, reflection, and the human condition is ageless. The expressive atmosphere of the picture, its portrayal of modern life, its influence on contemporary art, and its criticism of society together contribute to its ongoing relevance and cultural significance. Hopper's work often delves into essential themes examining the human condition and the struggle to find meaning in modern life. Night Ox encapsulates this exploration, prompting viewers to reflect on their own existence and the complex emotions that arise from the anonymity and routine of daily life. Hopper's meticulous attention to lighting, the dinner's harsh artificial lighting evokes a sense of suspense, drama, and introspection. This visual approach has influenced many contemporary filmmakers and photographers who draw inspiration from Hopper's ability to evoke mood and narrative thought, still imaginary.
Hello everyone, I'm Kavinarsi and now I'm going to talk about the influence of the art to the world in different terms. Firstly, traditional arts. Edward Hopper's 1942 paintings, Nighthawk, had a tremendous impact on the traditional arts. It is considered the hallmark of American realism and representational art, inspiring the next generation of artists. Hopper's composition, lighting techniques, and the painting's open ended narrative encouraged traditional artists to try new things with storytelling and visual techniques. The psychological atmosphere created in Nighthawks inspired artists to portray different feelings and emotion in their artworks. The paintings continued popularity and inclusion in art education and art history curricula further strengthened its impact on the traditional art world. Secondly, fashion. Edward Hopper's Nighthawks has had a tremendous impact on the world of fashion too. The painting's muted color palette, sober atmosphere, and iconic imaginary have influenced fashion trends and collections. Its reflective mood and vintage look have sparked a renaissance of retro aesthetics, and its everlasting appeal has been mirrored in the modern fashion creations. The cultural significance of the painting has also resulted in partnerships between fashion and art, blurring the distinctions between two fields. Overall, Free Nighthawks has an indelible effect on fashion, influencing color, palettes, modes, and the inclusion of artistic aspects into apparel and accessories.
Hi, I'm Dinesh Ravikumar and I'm gonna explain my part, which is the influence of art on the world in terms of architecture and digital arts. First of all, let me explain about architecture. Edward Hopper's 1942 painting, Nighthawks, had a slight yet significant influence on the world of architecture. While it is essentially a painting, its influence can be seen in the conceptual and atmospheric aspect of building design. Architects might be inspired by Hopper's spatial composition by experimenting with the triangular arrangement of pieces and the interplay between inner and external areas to create compelling architectural experiences. The evocative ambience created by the painting cautious use of lighting, color, and composition can inspire architects to design rooms that can elicit specific moods and feelings. Furthermore, the open-ended narrative of Nighthawks can be inspire architects to add storytelling components to their projects, allowing inhabitants to interpret and interact with the space in their unique ways. Through indirect, the effect of Nighthawks on the architecture rests in its ability to stimulate conceptual thinking, spatial arrangement, atmospheric consideration, and tells within architectural design. Last but not least, let me look at the digital arts. The 1942 painting Nighthawks by Edward Hopper had a significant impact on the realm of digital arts. Hopper's composition and lighting approaches have influenced digital artists to create aesthetically stunning digital artworks. The painting's emotive ambience motivated digital artists to evoke distinct mood and sensation in their digital works. Hopper's narrative ambiguity had also influenced digital artists to experiment with storytelling, welcome audience interpretation in their work. Furthermore, digital reproduction and adaptation of Nighthawks have acted as a jumping off point for digital artists to recreate and reinterpret the artwork in the digital art arena. Overall, Nighthawks has had a long lasting impact on the world of digital arts, inspiring artists to produce engaging, unique digital artworks. If you ask me what do I think about the Nighthawks art by Edward Hopper, I will say Nighthawks often evokes a sense of melancholy and contemplation, inviting viewers to reflect on the themes of urban alienation and the human condition in a modern world.
Overall, Nighthawks is a timeless piece of art that invites audience members to reflect upon the complexity of life and the emotional landscapes that lay beyond the surface of our daily experiences. Its enduring appeal and cultural importance serve as a monument to Edward Hopper's creative brilliance and his capacity to perfectly represent the human condition.